Diddy's been
Set you up.
you really did. You got me. Diddy sued by. Oh my God, it's so sad, man. Diddy sued by a new accuser claiming assault and physical abuses. Now, when this happened, I didn't believe it. It made no sense to me.
I believed it from day one. Bad Boys always been up to this shenanigans. They got Tupac taken out.
He put on Waka Flocka. This is kind of the
He
respect.
did not put on Waka
He
Flocka.
put what? He the only reason you know Waka Flocka.
No,
What you mean?
it's Gucci Mane.
First off, everybody knows the Heart in the Pink.
Diddy got
Diddy
on the remix.
the
I already Waka Flocka already had like 3 mixtapes before Diddy was on his remix. So no, Diddy was late. He's a bandwagoner.
You just disrespect.
Oh,
him,
and
man. You
shout out,
treat him like
shout
a J.
out to
Craig.
all of our local fans. How about them Cowboys? Should the Saints be on the assault list the way they did the Cowboys?
Oh my God, they spanked him like they finna do Diddy in this jail cell.
They said, "Who dat?"
But hey, man. So speaking of who that, man. So back to what we was saying, man. Looks like Danny Kane's own Don said, man, she's tired of holding the secrets. She's gonna spill the tea about what Diddy been doing. And I read the 55-page document lawsuit. I'm gonna tell you about it, but we got a video right here saying she may be lying.
Who is what's the blonde girl's name from Danny Kane?
Aubrey O'Day.
Aubrey, yeah. Is wasn't she like kind of speaking out against him as well?
She was in Danny Kane also, and she was the first one. She was one of the first ones to speak out. And she was trying to she always talked about how she was trying to get the other girls to step up and tell their story, but they was all scared. That's what makes this situation so crazy, because she was working with Diddy back in 2020, and I guess since the money stopped, she wanted to start chit chat, running that yap. But
she want to dip her hands in the sinking shit pockets. She's
trying to open out a cookie jar and trying to get more than Oreos. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to know what you're saying. Let's watch the clip.
He's sued by a former bandmate. I'm his lawyer, and here's why you should care. Last night, Dawn Richard, who Diddy discovered in making the band, put her in Danny Kane, where she eventually left to join Diddy Dirty Money. And in 2020, when Diddy announced the reboot of making the band, she hopped on board and wanted to join. As you can see from this message in March 2020, she says, love, love, love you, let's do this. And yet another where she says, checking in to see if you guys are starting making the band back up, would love to be a part of it, bro. Yet another in December where she's saying, let's bring the crew back. Another message where she says we never should have stopped it. That's what he did in 2023 on his most recent album called Off the Grid. She's a featured artist on the number 3 song on the album. And all of this makes sense if you watch her other statements about Diddy over the years, including this one clip from Hot 97 back in the day.
And I don't have no bad stories. That was only support. So if you do good by other people, they'll do good by you.
Now pause for Combs' civil attorney's statement that she made today, which states that Richard has now manufactured a series of false claims.
Oh, and I guess the cat's out the bag, man. Diddy is arrested officially as of today, 8:30 Eastern time.
I thought he was going to flee to another country.
They even do the TK? Do the race?
Yep.
Hey,
TK lost that race, so he won't be out until he's like 45.
Past 45, 88. They getting football numbers.
They said that he made a gang called the Rugrats in prison. I wonder if he'll still be a Rugrat when he gets out when he's 85.
You better start writing. But hey, man, looks like here, man, the Don situation is just a crazy, crazy story. Now, just starting off the 55-page lawsuit, let me tell you what's going on. My girl said she suffered mental pain, mental abuse, and also several emotional issues, also
emotional like distress. Emotional. Wait. Here it is.
Emotional damage.
That's what she
basically got. Lost wages and etc. I mean, the list was so long, it was just disturbing, man. She talked about seeing Diddy Peter Weedle. She said sometimes
Peter Weedle.
Exactly, man. Sometimes Diddy will call her, send an email saying, "Come to the."
He's all rate this pic.
Come to Daddy house. That's what he called his house in Miami, the Daddy house.
Or is that when he called himself Love?
No,
My name is P. Diddy.
This is back in like 2008,
Oh, okay.
2009. So I mean, so if you don't know the whole Don Danny Kane story, so I mean, this happened back in Making the Band. So Making the Band happened. So around season 3, season 4 in 2004, this is when Don hopped in. Joining in the Making the Band. Go get my cheesecake. You
Oh
remember that
yeah,
line?
in my Cambodian
Exactly.
milk.
My Cambodian milk. That's Dave Chappelle. Now, so that whole situation was crazy. I mean, the season, people loved it. It generated a lot of episodes. A lot of people watched it. But I mean, let Dawn tell a story right now. It was a low point in her life. She went through so much abuse at this point. Diddy was fat shaming her, calling her ugly, confusing her. Sometimes,
But that was
saying,
normal for that time.
that's what I was saying. I mean, like I seen like what we talked about it earlier. We were talking about the whole the whole America's Next Top Model situation.
Oh yeah. How they used to just rip girls.
Yeah, how she used to rip girls, and people finally came out now and say, "Oh, Tyra Banks was mean to them," or like Naomi Campbell was mean.
Tyra Banks was doing her job, and Naomi Campbell is
She,
like the Chris Brown of the modeling world.
And basically, and so people were saying that like Tyra was like, "No, Naomi did it to me, so I'm doing it to y'all." So it's ever since like back in the '90s and the early 2000s, it was like real bad. Fat shaming, it was no such thing.
Misogyny was everywhere.
Misogyny was basically everywhere. I mean, it was just a disgusting situation. I mean, Don talks about times where like she was in this Diddy made him work like 36 hours straight, no break. It was times where like they used to sneak out and try to get food, and Diddy used to call him like, "Yeah, I don't want it. Yeah, I don't want to make this millions. Yeah, I don't be with the stars. I work with Biggie. We have millions. Y'all have to be working at McDonald's."
He got Biggie killed.
Allegedly. I mean, no, he didn't do
He just
that.
wanted control of his music catalog.
Probably. I mean, he is a crazy man. They're saying the reason why
He
they
blew
call
up Kid Cudi's car.
exactly.
Allegedly.
They're saying the reason why they call Puffy Puffy is because he has an attitude problem. Like he blows up real fast. Has
And then he blows you up.
Then he blows you up. But I mean, so Danny Kane, Don is stating that she's owed a lot of money, especially starting from the Danny Kane album. She's owed $1 million from that. She's owed $500K from the second album. She's owed at least $1.8 million on a tour. Imagine somebody put you on a 100-day tour, Coles, and they don't pay you $1. Sometimes when they
I
pay
wouldn't
you,
have made it through the tour. I was like halfway through the tour, someone would have got choked.
exactly. I mean, sometimes he said,
What are we doing here?
sometimes he said he gave him 2,000. Sometimes he gave him 5,000. But it wasn't always consistent.
No, Diddy. I can't trust Diddy.
I mean,
I would have never worked with him in the anyways. That's the principle.
I mean, hey,
The principle.
it is the principle. I
It's
mean,
like everyone that works with him ends up being crazy. Like, look what he did to Machine Gun Kelly.
facts.
He was killing it with the lace up movement. He was the rap devil, and then he turned to emo. And started painting his nails and getting weird tattoos. And started drinking his what's her name's blood.
Oh yeah, did he get to do tattoos all over his body? And I forgot what's her name? I forgot.
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox. That's
Foxy.
I don't know
That's my co-host type.
I don't know what's going on with
I like
that.
some Megan Fox.
So back to the allegations here, man. She was going in. She was saying how it was times where like before they went on stage, Diddy would come in the dressing room a lot of times unannounced. She'd be like basically
gotta check the
naked.
product.
She'd be in the underwear and like no shirt, no bra on or anything, and she cover up her top. She cover up her top, but the stylist was always there. And Diddy would come be like, "Well, I want her to put this outfit on, and I want her to raise her G-string up this high." And then like he tried to like move up to her breast assist, and like that's when she slapped his hand and be like, "No, she don't like that." So I mean, it was just a crazy situation. There was a lot of times where I understand like she was severely distressed.
This is pretty tame though, from what we hear from the Diddy accusations. Apparently, he was having like Roman S type of parties, the type of parties that Dwight Howard would attend, if you know what we're saying. So it seems kind of crazy that she's worked with him recently.
Mm-hmm.
She's trying to sue him. And, you think if she's worked with him recently and he's like done all this stuff to her over the years, it's like, why would you come back if he's continually done you wrong?
Exactly.
I guess that's her only, maybe, her only excuse is that's her only in the industry. But even if that's the truth, it's like, is that really worth it?
Exactly, and it's like, is it really worth it? Like, she was like, she was talking about like in 2005 how she's seen Diddy's first mother, the mother of her child. She saw her like running out the studio with a bruised, bloody up face. She talks about times where like she's seen Cassie visibly beaten up. Like, it was a time where like they went to the room, they went to the house, and Cassie was cooking the eggs, and I guess she was taking too long, and they didn't like that he came downstairs, and then he basically like he choked her out, threw the eggs at her, and all this stuff, saying like she can't do anything right. And then like he drug her upstairs, and that's when like Don said like she heard a whole bunch of glass shatter and everything. It was just crazy. Or like times in front of us, she name dropped Usher in it.
It's like Get Him to the Greek. That was the real Diddy.
Yeah, basically.
You gotta pet the furry wall.
She was like he was on all types of stuff.
Jeffrey.
Basic, and she was saying like basically like in the studio, it was times like all girls of like all ages used to be there. They used to come from everywhere, and that's where like a lot of these charges come from, because like when Diddy throw parties, he's doing what like a lot of these artists do. Like you hear about like Future, he'll like candles, or he'll like candles, turn the lights off. For some artists is like get fully naked while they record. What you gonna say?
I would never record like that.
But how do you feel? I mean, when some people go to sleep, they go to sleep fully naked. Some people go to sleep with clothes on.
Yeah, that's true, but that's different. We've seen in Diddy's backyard that he has like a giant bed that can allegedly fit like 50 people.
Facts.
It's like an outdoor bed. It's like, what do you need a bed for 50 people? What kind of party is that? And I do not want to see the green light. Or the black light. Sorry, it looks green when you put it on it. The black light on that outdoor bed.
Exactly, and then so there's no telling what he was doing on this outdoor bed. I mean, it was.
Oh, we know what he was doing.
It was times where
he was doing what
rich people
was doing.
Exactly, and it was. I mean, basically, it was times where like she was trying to save Cassie. She talks about it in her lawsuit how like she used to tell Cassie.
I don't know. It seems too fishy. It seems almost like the Bill Cosby lawsuit, where he did a lot of things and had a lot of bad things, but it seemed very weird that there was like, he drugged me like over 15 years, and like every time we go on a date or like every other date I would end up drugged, and it's like, well, why'd you keep on going dates with him?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, but at the same
I'm like, well, I didn't want to believe it, but now that I think back on it, and it's like, nah, man, you knew.
And basically, you knew. I mean, the only reason why you coming out like this is because Cassie dropped her lawsuit, and she got settled within like less than 24 hours.
Didn't she get like $80 million?
I mean, some people say 80, some people say less, some people say 10, some people say 7.
It wasn't. No, it wasn't that low.
You'd be
I'm
surprised.
pretty sure when we reported on it, it was like 60-80 million.
No, it's undisclosed. Nobody really said the exact number. You'll never know.
Into our bank account.
Exactly. So I mean, ever since that happened, everybody's been coming out. He's been sued over by like 5 to 7 times by different people.
And 50 Cent is absolutely loving
going crazy on him. So I mean, I feel like with this Don situation, I was going through the lawsuit. It sounds like she really just wants the money for like her royalties and her checks and everything, because she wasn't fully compensated. There's a lot of songs that she didn't get paid off of.
She wants her cut before this ship fully sinks, is what it is.
And exactly, and you see what's going on right now, man. Diddy's finally taken into custody, man, federal custody. It looks like here a grand jury finally said it's time to take in Diddy at 8:30 p.m.
in Manhattan.
In Manhattan,
they got him in New York.
They said Diddy was already there. He was already talking to the FBI about basically cooperating and helping them out with everything they wanted to know.
So I really gonna go the gun route.
Snitch? I mean, snitch on himself? You can't snitch on you. I mean, I understand. I do know he's gonna get out of jail because you're gonna need money or property.
He can find something to snitch on.
He got a lot to snitch on. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
He knows presidents. He knows a lot of information about.
He was probably at Epstein Island.
True, but
allegedly.
At the same time, you can fight it because look at Diddy. I mean, look at Young Thug. Young Thug has not even nowhere close to the money of Diddy. And he still has to be.
He's winning his case. I mean, it's honestly looking good for Young Thug. Free Young Thug. Mm-hmm. It's looking like that he's gonna get out. It's sad that Rich Homie Quan passed away. We covered that last week, and they won't get to kind of end their feud or beef, I guess you could say. But Thug's doing well in his court case.
True. And then with this whole situation, it's like the FBI have a whole bunch of he said, she said. Like, you have the Cassie information, yeah, that's solid. But like they said, like that happened a long time ago, so that's why she went civil with it. This Don stuff happened like 2005. She was traumatized in 2009. That happened
She
a lot.
still kept working with him,
and you still kept working with him. So I mean, it's a lot of things that's kind
you
of
weren't
like
that traumatized.
Yeah.
If you were enjoying cashing those checks.
exactly. And you know, Diddy's lawyers already came out and said that they feel like Diddy's gonna be charged with racketeering and trafficking because you know he's rich, but he's rich. He be throwing parties everywhere he goes. It's not his fault that he's Diddy. You make the phone call, everybody wants to go to a Diddy party. My co-host hit me up last year want to go to a Diddy party.
I never wanted to go.
What?
This is this guy's favorite artist. It's West Coast for life.
You wasn't trying
West
to
Coast music, except we hate Kendrick Lamar. The real West Coast.
Just oh my god! I thought that was on your bucket list. Your bucket list was go to a
I
Sukiyana
never,
concert.
No,
You want to go to a Sukiyana concert?
no, you're trying to drink from the nasty water fountain.
That water green.
Like, what? I bet it stink, don't
The
it?
bacteria infection. Is that water that Ludacris is drinking in Alaska?
Yeah, this is worse than the glacier water.
That's nasty. But I mean, so with this whole situation, not a lot of information just come out. Yeah, this has just happened. They're saying later on this week more will come out. I mean, we already know the Cassie situation is going to be on there. The Don situation is going to be on there. A lot of allegations. The underage girl allegedly is going to be on there. The producer dude is going to be on there. They wanted his money. But I mean, a lot of people just wanted money. So I feel like the feds are just throwing a whole bunch of stuff at the wall, and they just finna pray that something's gonna stick, and something will stick because I mean he's rich. I'm pretty sure he threw parties and he had a whole bunch of orgies and people saw it.
We already know. Yeah, he's done.
I mean, but
we've been covering this for like a year. I mean, it's literally he's got like.
He's not gonna get that
like
many.
mountains and mountains
True.
of like evidence that are going against him. Like he's cooked. There's been multiple people coming out. He's
But how
already
cooked
paid
is
off
cooked?
a couple people. Like
Bill Cosby, not Bill Cosby, R. Kelly got 30 years, and that was with, like, he had racketeering charges, trafficking charges, and he had child charges, and it was on video doing all this stuff, so he got 30. You think Diddy ain't finna get 30?
did he get cool 15 with his
15
lawyers?
or less? No, 15 if he was a regular person. I say you Diddy, 5.
No, you just
And it's a lot of allegations, like he says people don't their
Mr.
money.
Boone want him out. He ain't getting no 5. He getting a solid 10.
I mean, you think, but 10 get out on parole with 10, get out on parole, get out on what 3, 4?
I don't know.
You Diddy. I mean, remember what T.I. did?
I think
had
this
them
is
guns.
gonna get strung out longer than Thug's case. What
Facts.
Thug's case is going on for a year and a half, 2 years now.
Still not done.
Still not done. If Diddy ends up going to a major trial where they're going over decades of alleged stuff, I mean that could be like a 5-year trial.
Exactly. That'd be a 5-year trial. To think of all
And
the.
then he'd get time served for those 5 years.
Then I'm pretty sure he's gonna do like a T.I. redemption type of thing. Like when T.I. got in trouble for all them guns and only end up doing like a year. And like how you a convicted felon and then you get charged.
No, it's completely different. He's not going.
He was convicted felon and got caught with 13 guns.
That's way better than what Diddy's getting.
And he only got a year.
He's gonna get. That's way less worse than what Diddy got.
You see
caught
people in Chicago get caught with 1 gun and get what 30.
They get caught with a switch and that's a felon. There's a difference.
True that. True, it is a difference. But y'all comment down below, man. How y'all feel about this whole Diddy dirty money situation with Don? Is she just trying to get
Diddy
money
Dirty
before
Money. Isn't that his
Diddy
song?
go to jail? Dirty money, yeah.
It's always been dirty.
And also tell me how you feel about Diddy going to jail. How much time is he gonna get? R. Kelly only got 30.
I just said get it over with so I don't have to talk about him anymore. I mean, we've been talking about Diddy being a creep for like a year and a half.
It's finna get deep. You finna get all the inside
that's
details.
the reason we're here. It got a little too deep.
I wonder if we're gonna find out about Meek Mills.
Oh, they said that
Reverend T.D. Jake.
they're gonna have Meek Mill on the stand and they're gonna be like, show us on the doll where he touched you. And he's like, I'm from Philly. We don't play that.
He gonna start crying
and
like.
they're like, we have it on video, Mr. Mills. What's Meek Mill's real name? Do you know?
Robert, something like that.